Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Digital Road Trip. My name is Wizzy, you can also call me Wizzy, and today we are starting in Hampton, New Hampshire, because that is where we left off in the last episode. Now our current goal for this current leg, if you want to call it that, is to get to Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Let me try that again. Massachusetts. There we go. I don't know why I said it the way I did, but whatever. So we are working our way through New Hampshire. And last episode, we kind of took quite the detour in through New Hampshire. But, oh well. We get back on track. We are back on US Route 1, heading towards Boston. Still going to be a couple of episodes before we get into Boston, though. But this episode, I would like to at least try and get into Massachusetts. We should be able to. I mean, this part of New Hampshire is not very wide. It doesn't take very long to get through this part of New Hampshire. So I think we're in Hampton Falls right now, and I think there's only like one other town before we get into New Hampshire, or not New Hampshire. We're already in New Hampshire. Now we're in Seabrook. I feel like this could be the last one, or there could be one more before we get into Massachusetts. What does this sign say? Salisbury, Mass. If we keep going straight. And I do want to keep going straight because that is still part of US Route 1. So yeah, I'm thinking this is the last town in New Hampshire before we cross into Massachusetts. So we weren't too far. What's that? Oh, I thought there was like a restaurant there, like oh crap, what is the I'm blanking on it now. It's a burger place that you have, where you have a northern burger place. It's called one thing, and then southern one, and it's called a different thing. Hardee's. I think that's what I thought I saw. But I'm pretty sure there are no Hardee's in New England. I mean, there might be in Connecticut, maybe Massachusetts. But as far as I know of, I don't think there are any Hardee's. So we've got to keep right. Boston, Massachusetts. We go straight, but I mean that's going towards 95, and of course I don't want to go on to 95, so Salisbury, Mass, and what was it? Newport, Mass? Newburyport, I think. Yeah, Newburyport. Let's keep an eye out for now entering Massachusetts. Oh, we. As I say that, we cross right into Massachusetts. I noticed this sign here as we came around the corner. So is there like no Massachusetts welcomes you sign here? Is it just Massachusetts law sign that greets you? Oh. So we're in Salisbury, Massachusetts now. Massachusetts loves to use these types of signs. So we are gonna keep going this way, right on Route 1. I tell you what, one thing though, is it seems like Massachusetts roads are generally in not very good shape. But I mean, that's what it seems like anyways. I mean, there are, I'm sure, quite a few roads that are actually in pretty good shape in Massachusetts, but it seems like from what I noticed, even like some of their interstates, they are not in great shape. Like I know I go down 495 and it's pretty rough, especially when you get onto like some of the bridges. It's like, whoa, watch, hold on. That's just the experience I've had. I mean, this section of Route 1's looking good now, but... And I know part of 95 is really good now, too, because they just, because after you enter Massachusetts on I-95, like, maybe a mile or two after you enter, 495 splits off, and it basically went from 4 lanes on 95 down to 3 right after that. And they just did this massive project, which I believe is done now. Because for quite a while after 495, maybe about 5-6 miles, maybe more than that, it went down to 3 lanes. And so they just did this massive project. I want to stay on Route 1. They just did this massive project to make it so it stays 4 lanes even after 495 splits off. And so they had some bridges that they had to rebuild because they weren't wide enough to accommodate an extra lane. But I know the last time I went through, it was all done. The last time I went down in Massachusetts, I went down through northern Mass. Went on 495 for a while and then went State Route 2. What was this sign? Entering... what? Oh, it's just for the bridge. Memorial Bridge. It's a drawbridge. So we're still in Salisbury, Mass. Danvers, Boston. No, maybe we'll get into Boston next episode. I don't know. That'd be good. Although it's gonna be a little bit still before we get even fairly close to Boston, but now I'm trying to remember what town it is that Route 1 kind of connects back up to Interstate 95, or kind of not really connects up to per se, but kind of crosses back over. Because it's a little bit north of Boston, and you actually take Route 1, or is it Route 1A? No, I think it's Route 1 itself that you take to go in towards Boston when you're coming north on 95. It's been so long I forgot. Now, I know I haven't really looked a whole lot so far yet. Haven't really looked at... I mean, we really haven't found anything interesting, it seems like, yet. I mean, there was that one spot where I thought I saw Hardee's, but... I did not. It was just like a Jiffy Lube or something sort of place like that. Oil place, car maintenance place, or whatever you want to call it. Golf course? Looks like there was a golf course there, like a bunker. Yeah, there is a bunker there. In green. Because I just randomly saw that and I'm like, oh, golf course. The Governor's Academy. Some sort of school, I'm assuming. Well, it's an academy, so that would imply that it's some sort of school. We are now in Raleigh, Massachusetts. To Raleigh, well, we're gonna stay on Route 1 though. Although, did it say Route 1 to Raleigh? It might have. Fence company. I was gonna say, what is this place? And then there's a whole bunch of fences out front. I should have given that away. Got a cafe, pizza grill. Another family restaurant. That was kind of a nice looking building. Is this a winery? Kind of looks like it. That's what it says. Mill River Winery. Yeah. It's kind of cool how they did the eye with the cat's tail there. What is this called? The Newburyport Turnpike? Huh. The only turnpike I knew about was on, is it 490? No, 90. Interstate 90, which is has the turnpike. Well, is the turnpike, rather. It's funny how this one's called the turnpike as well. Yeah, I know the turnpike in Massachusetts, they use the Pilgrim's hat for the turnpike logo. Commuter rail station back there. North Andover, Georgetown. Okay, let's keep going. Looks like there used to be a gas station right there. Not anymore. Raleigh Plaza. That sign, I was expecting it to be like a mall or something like that, but it was like I mean, it kind of is like a strip mall, but it still didn't seem very big. It's quite the church. That is a church, right? It said church on here, Bridge Church. Got high school, middle school, and elementary school back there. Ipswich. I think from here we start to head back towards 95. Or 95 kind of heads back towards Route 1, I think. Come on. Can we load, please? Thank you. Let's keep going. Now, I do actually have a firefighter's badge for a town in Massachusetts here. And it's actually one of the towns where you split off from 95 to get to onto Route 1 to head into Boston. So I might go take a look at that real quick. Let's see. Topsfield. That's the name of the town. Topsfield, Mass. when I was younger, I wanted to be a firefighter. And a friend of the family that we knew gave me a brand new firefighter badge for this fire state or department in Topsfield, Mass. And he also gave me these firefighter sunglasses. But I have no idea where the sunglasses are. I think they're long gone. In fact, we are now in Topsfield, so we should be coming up to the busy section here fairly soon. And trust me, Route 1 gets busy. Was that a fire truck back there? No, that was a dump truck. Yeah, once we cross 95, it gets busy. At this rate, we may get into Boston this episode. I don't know. Although, at times, it's like this thing doesn't want to move. It's like I'm clicking. It just doesn't want to load. Okay, what does this look like up at the sign here? Not the sign on there, there's a sign right there, but at the light rather. Pretty sure Route 1 we just gotta keep going this way. Yeah. Seems like it's starting to get a little bit busier now. I mean, it's still just one lane on each side, but part of Route 1 becomes divided. Topsfield, Mass. Some fire trucks there, and ambulance. I was gonna say, is there like a fair going on here? Then I just see this sign that says Topsfield Fair. I'm like, okay, yep, that. There is a fair going on. October 2018, so yeah. Carousel. When I went to a trip, on a trip to Europe when I was younger, I think this was what, 2010, 2011? I went on a trip to Europe. It was like an 18-day trip. I was part of a group called People to People Student Ambassadors, and we started out in Paris, France, and worked our way to Rome, Italy. And one spot in France was on the eastern edge of France. I forget the name of the town, but near this cathedral we went to was this double-decker carousel. And the carousel, the date on the carousel was 1900. And I think it was only like €2 or something like that to ride it. So me and a few other people from our group ended up going on it. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to be going on double-decker carousel, I might as well go on the top level, or the second level. So that's what I did. And I actually got a video on my computer from when I was on the second level of that carousel. We are now in Danvers. So it must be Route 1A, actually, that crosses over 95. Oh, actually, no. It looks like it's up right up here. It was almost Topsfield. Yeah, starting from here, Route 1A starts to get busy. And I think this is also where it starts to be divided. Yeah, it looks like it here. But then there is another section here. I think it is also in Danvers here, where the main cutoff is to get onto Route 1 from 95. And from there, it gets super busy. In fact, you can see the interstate over there. Yeah, this will bring us right into Boston. Because normally I'll take the other cutoff when I come into Boston here. Cut off onto Route 1. Then I'll take that into Boston. Although usually when I go into town, like let's say for a Red Sox game or something like that, I will go actually park at Revere, which is outside of Boston. And Revere is actually where the end of one of the blue line subway lines ends. So we'll park over at Revere Station there, or Revere Beach rather. And no, we don't want to go off here. And we'll take the subway into Boston. So we're at 21 minutes right now. And I think what I'm going to do for this episode, yeah, this is where the main cutoff is that comes into onto Route 1 from 95. Like I said, from here, it gets crazy. Although, when this video, or when this was captured, it doesn't seem like it was too awfully bad, but traffic gets really crazy up and through here. But anyways, like I was gonna say, we're at 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes now. And since we are this close to Boston, if we get over 30 minutes, I'm just gonna keep going. Because there's no sense to, I mean, we could always finish going to Boston next episode and then start right from there and go to the next location. But I feel like it would be easier just to finish this location in this episode and then start the next episode with a new destination in mind. So that's what I think we're gonna do. So, the weather wasn't all great here, kind of getting darker too when this one was taken, but I tell you what, this section of Route 1 has changed a lot, even from when I've been going out of Boston. It used to be a restaurant. In fact, the sign's still there, I believe. Well, yeah, the sign was still there, but the building they tore down. But I don't know. Yeah, no, the building, if this is September 2018, the building would be gone. It was Hilltop Steakhouse, and the sign was this giant cactus. I mean, one thing about this part of Route 1 is there are some unique places, to say the least. I'm pretty sure we didn't go by it yet. I think it's coming right up here. I mean, it's not hard to miss. Or it's not... It's easy to not miss. I'll say it that way, I guess. It's hard to not miss it. There we go. Yeah, we're in Saugus now. Let's get on the right side of the road. And off this parking lot thing here. Back onto the main road. There we go. Yeah, it's coming right up here. Right over this hill. In fact, you can see the cactus thing right there. It looks like they took the hilltops. Oh, this was when they were starting to build the new building. I don't remember what it's going to be now. I think it's going to be like this shopping area. And then they were going to use the keep this sign here for this new place. But it used to be a restaurant, obviously, the Hilltop Steakhouse. Unfortunately, I never went there. But Yeah, got Hockey Town, USA. Hockey rink. I mean, you can tell parts of this road, or some places here are really old, and then some of these places are new. Like, I think right up here, there's this old house off to the right. Yeah, right there. All boarded up and everything. I mean, you get all these shops and restaurants and places, and then you just have this random old house just still standing there. Now, on the other side, coming up, there was this place. It used to be this big Chinese restaurant on top of a hill. And for the longest time, as long as I had known, had been abandoned, empty. And eventually they tore it down because every time when it was still there, I'm like thinking, I wonder what they're ever gonna do with that place. And then eventually they tore it down. Oh yeah, there's this mini golf place here. Or there used to be a mini golf place, and this T-Rex was actually one of the props for the place, and then it got saved, be built there, and looks like they kind of elevated that whole section up. Yeah, just on the left up here, I don't know if we'd be able to see it. Actually, yes we can. I think that might have been the sign for it, but it used to be right up on this hill. And that place was massive. In fact, I wonder if we can... Yeah, there we go. Check this place out. Like I said, it used to be this Chinese restaurant. And like I said, for the longest time, it had been just sitting there empty on top of that hill. And like I said, I kept wondering what they were going to do with it. And this is new. And eventually, like I said, they tore it down. But yeah, we're at 27 minutes right now. We're in Saugus still. And from here, there's only a couple more towns before we get into Boston. So, like I said, we're just gonna keep cranking. We're gonna go right into Boston this episode, get to Fenway Park. Gonna be going over most iconic bridge in Boston, which is the Zakim Bridge. We'll also be going over the Tobin Bridge. In fact, we have a cat named Tobin, and we named him after that bridge. Yeah, right up here, around this corner, there's this massive movie theater, which I finally got to go to. It has like 20 screens in it. And, it's, this place right up here. And in fact, you have to get up, yeah, the Showcase Cinema's right there. Like I said, it has 20 theaters. They used to have this really old sign here for the longest time. Then all of a sudden they, upgraded it. But yeah, to get to, towards, Revere, you'd have to get off, or I take the subway in, you'd have to get off here, this exit here, and there's this massive roundabout. In fact, I can, do this for you here, just to show you. There's this massive roundabout right there. Or rotary, actually. I take, this bridge here is in rough shape, these bridges. There's also this other bridge set here. You can see like there's this road thing here that doesn't connect to anything. In fact, that's part of it right there. But I guess it was supposed to be used for something, but it never was. I guess from where I looked up, there used to be like some sort of connection back over towards Revere, I think it is, or something. Oh, we're in Revere, but connection over to another road that way, but but it never happens. So you have that little bridge to nowhere, basically. Yeah, from here it's basically just exits. You don't have any on and off places for restaurants or businesses anymore. It's like this all the way in towards Boston. Kind of highway-like. But this is not an interstate, so we can still use it. In fact, once we get past this hill here, we'll start to see Boston, or the city itself. We're at 30 minutes right now, just about 31 minutes. And I tell you what, this road is very windy. It's like, what, 50, 55 going through here? And some of these corners, I mean, people aren't slowing down for at all. And, I did not want to get down here. I would like to get back onto Route 1, please. Thank you. And there's especially one corner right here that is super tight. And I almost have to brake going around these corners. Can I actually get... Okay, yeah, we are going the right way. Never mind. So, yeah, we are starting to get onto the Tobin Bridge right here. This used to be, well, I mean, still kind of is, but, I mean, Massachusetts actually eliminated all toll booths. And so all tolling in Massachusetts now is all electronic. Okay, I guess we're going to be on the bottom level going the wrong direction. That is fine, I guess. As long as we're going the right direction, then, I mean, it's okay. No, I don't want to go over here. Yes, there we go. It's the only problem with all these roads and everything going every which way. It's just you all of a sudden go somewhere you don't want to go. But yeah, you can see Boston, the Boston skyline right there. In fact, this is where the tolls used to be. I know they used to have the tolls up top still. They're going out of Boston. They got rid of it. And I know they've been working on this bridge for like forever, it seems like. Okay, I think it splits back right up right here. So I wonder if we can get back over to the other side. Nope, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Well, we're just going to go back, going the wrong way onto the Tobin, or the Zakin Bridge, rather. Maybe we can now. No. That's fine. I mean, we'll come back next to each other, side by side here, right, in fact, right here. Then we can get back on the right side. There we go. So this bridge they built during the Big Dig. They used this bridge to get into the new tunnel. From when they did the Big Dig. No, I do not want to go over here. I want to stay on Route 1. Can we get back up, please? That would be fantastic. There we go. Okay, stay over here. I've actually done that before. I wanted to stay over onto this side. And, accidentally got on the interstate instead of staying right. Because you have to stay right, and then, in order to get onto Store Road Drive to head towards Fenway, over by where my school used to be, you had to, stay right to get over to this section here. And then you have to stay left. But I end up staying left too early. And go on the interstate, and then we got off in Chinatown. But we end up managing our way into Boston okay. Or in through Boston okay. Yeah, no, we want to stay over here. That gets off. Got the Prudential Tower right there, and then you got the, well, it's now 200 Clarendon Street Tower, formerly known as the John Hancock Tower. Why they switched it from that, I have no idea. And in fact, I believe this is the old John Hancock Tower right there. What is going on here? Yeah, okay, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Sorry if anybody gets sick from that. It was not my intention. Hey, cheers. I wonder if that's where the TV show is based off of, because wasn't it the restaurant Cheers in the TV show based off, or in Boston? Come on. Let's go. Thank you. Come on, we need to keep moving. We're almost there. In fact, I see the Sitco sign now. So... no, we don't want to get off there quite yet. I mean, we could get off there, but we're gonna get off right over here. Nope. Okay, that's definitely not where we want to go. Now where are we? Jeez. Okay, I want to get onto Kenmore Square. Let's go. Can I move over here, please? Off of this path. You know what? We're just gonna do it this way. I mean, we're almost there. So we actually want to go to Kenmore Square. We don't want to stay on here. This thing just does not want to cooperate. If this was set up like, oh, we can't get off there. No, that's fine. We can still get there from here. It's just this will take slightly longer. Well, maybe not slightly longer, actually. Because it's just around the corner over here. See, this area of Boston I know pretty well. In fact, there's a movie theater over here I used to go to. Fenway Park! We have now arrived. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to... let's go down Lansdowne Street. I want to go over to the front of, well, I mean, I don't know really which part is the front, but yeah, this is the Green Monster right here. Those are the Green Monster seats. But I want to actually get up to here onto Brookline Avenue. There, and there's the Sitco sign. Kenmore Square is right up there. And in fact, when we go up onto this bridge, we're gonna go up here real quick. You've got the interstate right there. So I think what we're gonna do, because I want to use Fenway Park for the picture. Can we find a good spot to stop? Oh yeah, and this road is called David Ortiz Way, which is nice. Getting the train station over there too. So yeah, we've arrived now. So we have now arrived at our destination. So, took us about 10 extra minutes, but you know what? I figured we'd arrive now, this episode, since we were almost here anyways. Then that way we can start right here and head towards our next destination, starting the next episode. So, yeah, I think we're gonna leave it off right here. Looking right at good old Fenway Park. And like I said, I think the destination that I'm gonna set for next episode is gonna be the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan in New York City. So, like I said, we'll start doing that in the next episode. But other than that, that is just about gonna do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!